some quiche, so I thought I will share that with you in case any of you are interested in some quiche. I'm not really sure how I'm going to film this because there's not like a tripod in my kitchen, so I'll have to figure it out. But so what got right now is some diced tomatoes, and we are going to season them with some salt and pepper. Guess my pepper's out. That sucks. I don't have any other pepper, so we're going to season it with some salt. That's gone too. Curses for these small, tiny salt shakers. They do not hold enough. Okay, that's fine. I've got some sea salt. I need to go to the store and get some more salt and pepper. Alright, I wonder if my phone will balance here. This is a terrible idea. Oh, right here. It's great. Okay. Hi. You're up very tall. Okay, so I'm going to season these tomatoes with a little bit of salt and just kind of stir them with my fingers. Don't worry, they're clean, and you're not going to eat this anyway, so why would you care? Okay. Judgy. Stop judging me. Okay, what you missed that I already did is I diced some red onion, and I put some olive oil in this pan, and I put like 2 spoonfuls of garlic powder, and I stirred it around for like 4 minutes until now they're fragrant and they've changed their color, they're soft. So those I'm putting aside. Now I'm going to take the diced tomato and put them in with the onion. Okay, then we're going to cook that for a little bit. Let's see, I have a recipe right here. This is what the quiche is going to look like when it's done. And it says, what does it say? Add the seasoned tomatoes, cook, stirring frequently 3 to 4 minutes until softened. Then turn off the heat. Okay, so we're gonna cook for another 3 minutes on medium-high with these tomatoes, and I feel like I want to add a little bit more olive oil to it. So yeah, I'm gonna move the camera so you can see. So we are cooking tomatoes and onions. Okay. So it's kind of interesting. This is all going in a quiche, which is eventually going to go in my oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. But yet we are cooking the tomato and onion together beforehand. So I don't know how you can see us both at the same time. My hands are all tomatoey, so I'm going to wipe them off. There we go. Hi. Okay. This is so embarrassing. You guys get to see me in my kitchen being all regular without my makeup or anything. Just wearing my loungy clothes. Don't judge me. I'm just a girl. Okay, we're cooking up a storm here. And this is all you do for like 3 minutes. You just stir in. While I'm stirring that, I will show you today's drink of choice is a screwdriver made for us by Justin. He will be on the stream later, so make sure that you are watching later to see Justin. He's going to be playing with my husband. They're going to be doing Paladins, Golf with Friends, PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds for those of you who are not aware what PUBG is. And yeah, so you should definitely check into the stream later for them as well. I probably won't be streaming video games today just because Justin's using my computer. And it's Sunday. I'm going to take a day of rest. But yeah, I think we're done with this. So let's see what's next on the recipe. Okay. Alright, what's next on the recipe? Add the onion. Right, we did that. Tomatoes. Oh, make the filling. Crack the eggs into a large bowl. Beat until smooth. Whisk in the ricotta cheese and 2 tablespoons of water. Fantastic. So let's do that. Okay. So those are cooking. We're going to turn the heat off for a bit on them. What bowl can I use? I'm going to transfer a bowl right now. I'm going to transfer these little I think it's squash. What is that? Yeah, squash. So that I have this bowl clean. And I need, the filling is these eggs. Oh, by the way, I'm cooking with Blue Apron. So everything comes with all the ingredients you need, and they're already like pre-packaged and everything. So these are 2 cage-free eggs. So that means that these eggs were never in a cage. Well, the chickens that hatched them weren't in a cage. So we're going to crack these eggs. We'll crack them up high for your enjoyment. Look at that. Like a boss. Like a boss. I've never cracked an egg that way before in my life. I was hoping it would work for camera, and it did. Let's see if I can do it again. Wow, that's actually really easy. I wonder why I have never tried my skills at that. Alright, eggs. Now I want to wash my hands.
I feel like it's so lucky with those dishes. Unless the person's standing still. You have like time it just right.
Okay. I beat the eggs. Do I beat them with the ricotta? Let's see. Beat until smooth, then whisk in the ricotta. So you gotta do it in the right order. Alright, we're getting the whisk. Whisk. Sometime I should get like a tripod. Let me stand on my tippy toes. Maybe I could get like a stepping stool. So you guys can see me. Oh, you hear them playing video games in the background? Alright, we beat them. They're smooth. Smooth. Okay, we need ricotta cheese. So they should have given me that. So let me find where they gave me that. They gave me this little baggie full of delicacies. Knickknacks, they call them. So let's see what's in here. White wine vinegar. Excellent. There's my ricotta cheese. Oh, it's a nice cute little package. And what else do we have? Nutrition facts. That's helpful, I guess. Alright. I mean, I already paid for this food, so I'm going to eat it whether it's nutritious or not. But I guess it's good to keep track, so I can put it in like my... I don't know if I'm doing Weight Watchers or something.
Yeah, get out of here, bitch.
I'm just going to smell the cheese to make sure it's clean. Clean, I mean fresh. Yes, it smells great. Okay, we're going to add it in with the egg. Egg.
Oh, where are all the weapons?
Cheese. Don't worry, it's supposed to look nasty. Okay, I'm going to scoop the rest of that out. Hold on. Hi, viewers. Hello. Hi, I'm Karinsky23. I'm just doing some cooking. Usually we're doing gaming, but today we're doing cooking, so make sure to make yourself known in the chat so we can say hi to each other. Okay, so right now I'm scooping out the ricotta, and I'm sorry I don't have an ability to show you that because I have no tripod. I'm literally balancing this camera right now on two little knobs on my cupboard. So if you see on the cupboard behind me, there's two little knobs. That's how I'm balancing my phone right now. Because we're ghetto like that. So then I'm going to whisk those together. That's the ricotta cheese and egg. And let's see what's next on the recipe. Add the cooked onion and tomatoes gently. Stir to combine. Oh, I guess we're adding it all together in here. Okay. Good thing I picked a big bowl. They should have told me the size of the bowl before I did this, but luckily I thought ahead and got a bigger bowl. Okay, so previously, hi! Lycanium? Am I saying it right? Welcome! Okay, so we're going to put this tomato and onion in with the quiche. I'm just dumping it in. Sorry you can't see that part. If you guys like watching me cooking, I can buy like a setup or something. This is the first time I've ever streamed cooking, so if it's a hit, then I will do it more and get a better setup. So we're just going to stir those together. So again, we're making a quiche right now. Tomato, red onion, garlic, egg, and ricotta cheese is what we have right now. Oh, thank you.
Oh, I don't care.
Lycanium.
Sure, but...
Where'd you get that name from? It's pretty cool.
You streaming?
Yeah, we're streaming our cooking show right now.
Can you turn the fan on? It's like burning our eyes. The onion.
The onion? Open a window, because the fan's just going to make it... I mean, I'll turn the fan on, but the fan's just going to make it kind of better. Open a window.
Are you done cooking it?
Okay, that was my husband. Okay, so I got my recipe. Let's see. Place the pie crusts on a sheet pan, leaving them in their tins. Evenly divide the filling between the pie crusts. Okay. Oh, we lost a few viewers. Okay, make sure you follow before you leave, because if you're into video games, I'm doing that later. If you are into cooking, I can do more of that as well. So, make sure you follow to keep up on what's going on. So I'm gonna get pan, taking you with me. This is where I keep my pans. There's a pan. It's very exciting. Okay, and so again, I'm cooking with the Blue Apron kit. So I got this. I'm gonna put it on the pan. I checked for nicknames and found some old documents with this name in it, and I saw it had to become mine. That's cool. Old documents, like ancient runes or something. That's cool. Well, good choice. That's a kind of interesting story of how you got your name. Do you want to know how I got my name? Krinsky23. Okay, so I'm not just going to tell you without waiting for you to tell me whether you want to know or not, but my name is because it sounds kind of like my real name, which is Corinne, and my friends and I were in 10th grade at the time, and we were studying history, and there's this guy called Korinsky, and so they saw his name, and they immediately were like, oh, Korinsky, and they started calling me that. So now friends from high school will call me Korinsky, so I just decided to make that my name, and then the 23 is because I think there's already a Korinsky, and so I just put my age, and yeah, but you don't know my real age because I have aged since I made this username, but I will not tell you my exact age now because I'm a girl and I have the right to not do that. Okay, problem. We have stored these a little too close to the oven and they have melted. So it's going to be quite hard to take them out of the pan. Or maybe I'm not supposed to take them out of the pan. Let's see. Oh no, it says leave them in their tins. I already read that. Okay. Oh, you just said sure. Oh, that's nice. There's such a delay between the chat and when I talk. It's a shame. If you guys know a way to make the delay less between the chat and me, then yeah, that will be awesome. I'll try to do that because I like chatting with people. Cute story, please tell me you're friends with the owner. What do you mean friends with the owner?
Don't even think it.
The owner? I don't know what you mean. Explain what you mean. Who's owner? Owner of what? Okay, cool. So we got our pies in the tins. We've got our quiche filling, and there's still something to do with the squash. So, and corn. There's corn too. So I'm gonna see what it wants us to do. Okay, can you see this, guys? I mean, you can't really read it, but okay. So evenly divide the filling. And then bake for 18 to 20 minutes until the crusts have browned and the filling is set and cooked through. Okay, so it's going to be a while. Then remove from the oven. Okay, so squash and corn are a separate dish. I didn't realize that. Alright, so we're going to put the filling into the pie crust. I have no idea how I'm going to do this in a way that you guys can see. Let me see. Is there another way so I can put this camera? I'm just trying to get creative here. Okay, I don't think there's any way I really can help you to see that. I'm sorry. But again, like I said, if you guys like this, I can try to find like a tripod or something online that's cheap. Something like that.
I know. Moving a stepping stone.
So I'm just basically scooping the eggs, ricotta cheese, tomato, and onion with garlic into the pie pans. I think I have more filling than I really need, so might just like overfill the pies a little. That's fine, it'll just be fluffy. I used an entire red onion and 2 medium-sized tomatoes. I think they were just Roma tomatoes. And then I used garlic powder, 2 teaspoons. And then I used a small packet of ricotta cheese. Let's see if it tells me the ounces on this in case you guys want to make this recipe. Okay, so it's 4 ounces of ricotta cheese and then 2 eggs, just regular medium-sized eggs. So then 2 small pie pans, and those are all the ingredients. So if you want to make it, those are the ingredients, and if you want more specific, I can like post the recipe in the chat later or something like that. Alright, so let me show you our beautiful pies. Aren't they lovely? Okay, so we have our oven ready to go at 425. I'm going to put these in the oven. They're going to cook for 20 minutes. Oh, that oven is really hot. I really hope I don't burn myself. I gotta do this with 2 hands. Sorry guys, hold on. I'm not gonna burn myself for you guys as much as I love you. Okay. Sorry, I had to discard you for a moment. Okay, so they're in the oven. They're cooking for 20 minutes. So the last thing we're gonna do is cook the corn and squash. It's like a side dish for this. I find that kind of weird. If I were making a recipe myself and I wasn't following the Blue Apron recipe, I wouldn't make a vegetable dish for a vegetable quiche. I feel like there needs to be some meat in there, but this is a vegetarian dish. It's vegetarian friendly, not vegan friendly. If you wanted it to be vegan friendly, you'd have to use substitute eggs. Okay, so we got some corn. We're gonna husk it. Husking the corn. I'm gonna transfer you right here. Okay, can you see my face? This is a very bad angle, but what I am doing, in case you've never cooked before, is this corn is covered with this mysterious green stuff, and you must pull it off. Just rip it off, and I promise you this doesn't hurt the corn, because the corn is already dead at this point. And you just throw it into your trash dispenser, like so. Okay, when you start to see this golden yellow stuff, you know you're doing it right. And you just rip it off. It won't hurt the corn, I promise. And then there's some extra like hairy stuff. You rip that stuff off too. You can rip that off. You don't need any of this, I promise. And then you have corn. And that is how corn is made. Amazing, right? You thought it just came in a can? Nope. Comes like this. Okay, so next we're going to take, I still want these little stringy things off. What is the secret to getting rid of these stringy things? Maybe I can wash it. We'll wash the stringy things off. I don't know if it's working, but it makes me feel better. Shake it. That's the proper way to dry corn, is just shake it a little. Okay. Now we're going to cut it. Okay. Here's how you cut a corn. Again, how will I make you watch it? Let's try it over here again. There you go. You can kind of see. So, you take the corn, you put it up like this, and you're just like cutting from the top and bringing your knife down. I'm sorry that this is like the worst angle of all time. I'm just like ad hoc using things in my kitchen to hold my phone. Okay, is that a little better? Whatever. Like I said, in the future, if you guys like these videos, I'll get a better system to let you watch. But for now, this was literally a spur of the moment thing. I was like, hey, I'm cooking. Maybe I should stream it and see if people are interested in watching that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm literally just cutting down the corn. You try to get as close to the middle, like the edge of the kernel as possible to get the most corn meat, I guess. I do it a little bit slowly so the corn doesn't fly everywhere. Okay, and what you're left with is a disposable corn thingy. I don't know what those are called. There's literally splashes of corn right now all over my phone. And there's the corn. Okay, so let's carry it back over here. Put you guys back up on my cabinet. Okay. So we have squash and corn. What do we do with it? Once the quiches have been baked for about 10 minutes, I should probably set an alarm or something. Or at least look at the time. What's the time? 2:19. Okay. 2:19, so we're going to take the quiches out. I want to do a little less than 20 minutes since we already started. We probably started 5 minutes ago. Okay, so take them out at 245. No. Yeah, okay. And then once they bake for 10 minutes, wipe out the pan used to cook the onion and tomato. In the same pan, heat 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Olive oil. There's the pan. Here's the olive oil. I don't measure it. I just go with the flow, put it in there, and hope it works out for the best. Okay, so that's in there. I like to do this with the pan. Oh, we gotta turn it on first. Medium high, so that's about 7. Turn it on. Let the oil kind of go around. I feel like we could do a little more oil than that. Sometimes cooking, you gotta go with your feels, you know? And if you've never cooked before and so you feel like your feels are not accurate, you could just follow the recipe exactly. And then over time, after you follow recipes enough, your feels will be more accurate. Feels. Alright, so put that in there, heat it up a little bit until hot. So we just kind of wait for that to heat. While we wait, where'd my chat go? Oh, sorry, my chat disappeared. That's why I didn't get to respond to you. You said there were a Krinsky and they immediately started calling you that, so I thought maybe you're friends with the person you got the nickname from. And there's an option for reducing the delay to go to options, let's channel video. Okay, cool. I probably have to set that option on my computer, no? So I will do that later today. And then I'm so sorry that it's been so long since I responded to you, like Canium. My chat literally went away and I just forgot all about it. Okay, yeah, there was a real Krinsky. I don't remember exactly who he was. I need to look this up. I should know. I think he was a general of some sort from another country. So I do not know him. He is long dead. This is from, like, actually I don't know the exact time period, but I don't remember much of 10th grade history. I remember studying a little bit about communism. That is all I remember about that history. Oh, that's bad. I should probably look that up. Okay, so anyway, the olive oil is hot. You can tell because it is bubbling, but if you cannot tell, you can always like splash some water on it. So I'll show you. Take some water on your fingers. You splash it, and if it bubbles, then you know the oil is hot. Tipped. Okay, so I'm going to take my pan, I'm going to dump in the squash that I diced earlier. It was just one small little squash, it was probably like that big. Then I'm going to take my corn that we just cut. Corn. We're dumping the corn in the pan. Yeah, some of it went on my floor. Sacrifices I make for you guys. Okay, so that's all in the pan, and then we're going to stir. Stirring the stuff. So we're stirring that. What else do we have to do? Add the squash. Cook without stirring 3 to 5 minutes. Oh, we were supposed to add the squash first and then add the corn. That's what I get for making assumptions. Luckily with cooking, sometimes you can make some mistakes and it doesn't make a huge difference. With baking though, if it says to add this ingredient first and stir and then add the next, usually it will make a huge difference because of, yeah, Lyceum, it was, like Canium, I mean, it was not someone's name in my class, it was actually a name of someone we were studying in history. I'll look him up, or you could look him up on Google and tell me. Because I can't look him up right now. I'm using my phone for filming this. But if you look him up, you could share with us. That'd be awesome. So yeah, I think his name is spelled the same way my name is spelled. It might be with a Y or something. It might be with a Y. It might be with an O, actually. His name might be spelled totally different, actually. But I think he's relatively famous. If you looked up Krinsky, that you would find him. I want to say he's a general, but I could be totally wrong. Yeah, so I was supposed to add the squash, cook it for 3 minutes, and then add the corn. That's probably just because the squash takes longer to cook than corn. So what that means is I'll have to overcook the corn a little bit or undercook the squash. So it's not the most ideal way, but whatever, I made a mistake. it will still taste okay. So there it is cooking. Then after about 6 minutes, I need to turn off the heat, and then I'm going to stir in some vinegar and season with salt and pepper. Okay, so I've done this before with Blue Apron. When you add some white wine vinegar to corn and another vegetable, it brings out the sweetness in that vegetable, especially if that vegetable is red onion. But the corn will be sweeter. The squash will taste sweeter because I added some vinegar. It is weird, but it is awesome. And it will not taste like vinegar either. If you don't like the taste of vinegar, it won't taste like it. It will taste like sweet. So that's pretty cool. I am getting so hot right now standing by this stove and this oven that's 425 degrees. I feel like I'm sweating. Okay, so this has to cook for a little while. So I just stand here and cook, I guess. Cook, cook, cook. Anybody want to look up the history of Kerensky and share in the chat? That would be far welcomed right now. Take a drink of my screwdriver. That's good. Refreshing. Alright. I found a Joseph Kerensky who was famous for spreading knowledge about the world to Czech society. Yeah, it's probably that guy. Yeah, because Kerensky was definitely like a last name. I think most historical figures you study, they are remembered most by their last name. So, yeah, that would be him. It definitely sounds right, because now that I'm thinking about it, we definitely studied a lot of Russia that year. We studied Russia, we studied the Tsar. What else did we study? We studied a lot of crap. I remember 11th grade history and 12th grade history much better than I remember 10th grade history. I do remember in 10th grade history they played that Billy Joel song for us called We Didn't Start the Fire. So if you listen to that song, it basically will tell you everything we studied in 10th grade. Yeah, so Joseph Kerensky. I wonder what those little things mean, the little accent marks. I don't know how to pronounce them. It's probably like a rolled R or something. Kerensky. I don't know. Anyway, so that's where my name comes from. Kerensky, Joseph Kerensky, who was spreading the knowledge about the world to Czech society. So yeah. So was he spreading the knowledge of communism or Marxism, same thing, or I think Leninism, was that one? What was the belief that Lenin had? That was popular in Russia at that time. I'm like remembering random things from history, but I don't remember all the details, so I just sound like I don't want to use the R word because that's offensive, but I sound like a stupid face. I sound like a stupid face. Okay, I think it's been long enough. This stuff is cooked. I'm going to turn it off. That's what it looks like. I'm going to add my vinegar. How much vinegar do I add? Let's see what it says. You stay. Vinegar, 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar, and it says stir in the vinegar to taste. Okay, so this is probably about 1 tablespoon. So just splashing it in there. Splashed in the vinegar. I'm stirring it around. I can smell the vinegar. Oh, it smells bad. Unless you like the smell of vinegar, and then it smells good to you. It's burning my eyes a little bit. So I didn't use all the vinegar. I'm just gonna wait and see how I like this. Maybe taste it a little bit. Ow! That was a bad idea. Okay, just taste 1 single corn. Let's see if it's good. That's good stuff. That's good corn. Let's put a little bit more vinegar in there. Make it a little sweeter. Stir it around. My 10th grade history is mostly about Ludwig or the sunken. Oh, yeah. I I don't understand why we study that. I mean, it's good to know your history, I guess, but it's also like, when you go that far back in time, I'm like, this doesn't apply to me at all. It's so hard to remember what any of those people did. If we just studied like one civilization in ancient history, I would remember that because we would focus on one thing. But when they try to go too broad, it's way too hard to remember all that stuff. All I remember is like, oh yeah, I recognize that name. They did something. That's like useless knowledge. If we just studied one king or one empire or one time period, or even just one century more in depth, we would remember it more. And I know that's true because I did actually do that in 12th grade. We focused on just the 20th century. And I remember that stuff way better than anything else I ever learned throughout my schooling. He spread the word about already explored cultures and places to his people, and he was a traveler. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm kind of a traveler, so that works. I like to travel. I mean, I've been to places. Okay, so let's see. So that's done. Can season it with salt and pepper, and then I'm just waiting for the quiche to be done, and then I'm gonna enjoy. Okay, cool. So, I don't think I'm gonna continue the stream for the 10 more minutes of quiche. I don't know. You can tell me what you want, but it's just like literally 10 minutes of waiting, and then I'm gonna eat the quiche. I guess you guys want to see what the quiche looks like, so I guess we can hang out for another 10 minutes so you guys can see. I feel bad making you wait that long. We can talk. So, what was I gonna say? I have no idea what I was gonna say right then. Anyway, you guys, what do you want to talk about? I'm gonna introduce you guys to my rabbits while we wait for quiche.